and welcome to EZGlutenFree. Today I'll be showing FaveHealthyRecipes.com how to make these chewy key lime coconut cookies. Now most coconut cookies tend to have a common trait of being a little overly sweet, at least for my tastes. A lot of times when I make coconut macaroons, I like to dip them in dark chocolate to cut the sweetness. But in these key lime coconut cookies, I've taken it in a whole new direction and toned down the sweetness with the tart flavor of lime. And I've cut down on the sugar in the recipe too. And cookies in general are a good choice over full-size desserts, since 2 or 3 of these have far less calories than a slice of that key lime pie you might be craving. Alright, to make these you're going to need 1 14-ounce package of sweetened flaked coconut, 1/2 cup of gluten-free Bisquick. If you're not following a gluten-free diet, you can just stir together this list of ingredients. 1/4 of a cup of firmly packed brown sugar, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 key limes. Regular limes are fine too. And you'll need the zest and 1 teaspoon of the juice for the cookies, and more of the juice for the glaze. The rest of the ingredients you'll need for the glaze are 3/4 of a cup of confectioner sugar and some green and yellow food coloring. Alright, now to make the cookies, first preheat the oven to 350 degrees and line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. You don't want to skip this step since these cookies are notorious for sticking. You could also use a silicone baking mat if you want. Now add the Bisquick or flour mixture, whichever you're using, to the shredded coconut and toss it well until all the coconut is well coated and you don't see any more clumps in the mixture. Now in a medium bowl, add the brown sugar, zest both of the limes, add a teaspoon each of lime juice and vanilla, add the eggs, and beat all these ingredients together until they're well combined. Now add the egg mixture to the coconut and stir to combine. It might take a little effort to make sure all the coconut is well coated, but just keep mixing and it will all come together. Drop the mixture by rounded tablespoonfuls onto a baking sheet. I used a cookie scoop to make the job a little easier, and I was able to fit 20 cookies per sheet since these cookies don't spread much. Bake them for 12 to 14 minutes or until the edges are golden. Then allow them to cool on the cookie sheet for 2 minutes before removing them onto the baking rack to cool completely. Now to make the key lime glaze, combine 3/4 of a cup of confectioner sugar with 1 tablespoon of the lime juice and stir until smooth. Stir in 2 drops each of green and yellow food coloring, then pour the glaze towards one corner of a small Ziploc bag and secure it with a twist tie to make a homemade piping bag. Snip off one corner of the bag and drizzle the glaze over the cookies. Be sure to have some paper towels under the baking rack to catch the dripping glaze. When the cookies are dry, they're ready to serve. And I think that when you try these, you're going to agree that this is a really nice twist on a cookie that can sometimes be a little too sweet. Another great idea is to do the same recipe with orange zest, then dip the cookies into dark chocolate. However you want to make these, I hope you're going to give them a try. And if you'd like to see the recipe in print, you could always visit my blog. And for additional recipes and tips to fit in with your healthy lifestyle, visit my friends at FaveHealthyRecipes.com. See you again soon.